Hey guys, so I went on YouTube the other day and I happened to notice that there was a comment from someone telling me to check my messages on YouTube, and they had sent me some questions that have to do with my paranormal experiences. They had watched my paranormal video. Their name on YouTube is Paranormal Researcher. I thought I'd just, in response to their message, I thought that I would answer their questions. They did also include questions about alien abduction. That's never happened to me, so I don't have anything to say about any of the questions that are in that. I'm very sorry about that. I would be happy to answer every other question that's on here, so that's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Do you have any experiences with dark spirits? I'm not sure, but maybe by the end of all these questions, we'll figure that out together. Have you ever noticed any unexplained scratches or claw marks or been attacked by a ghost? I haven't personally, but I do believe, I think my cousin told me this. I don't know if I imagined it or not. But she used to wake up, it's the cousin that I mentioned in my last video, in my last paranormal video. I was staying at her house, and this was around the time that happened. I think this is true. I don't think I'm imagining this. Her and her brother used to wake up with scratches on their arms every morning, and 5 minutes, like somewhere about like maybe 30 seconds after they woke up, I think, not 5 minutes, 5 minutes would be too long, but like 30 seconds would go by and the scratches were completely gone. There was no evidence that there was any scratches, that there were any scratches on their arms. I do know people that have been harmed by ghosts. I've just never really experienced that myself. I've never been touched by a ghost. I've never actually had physical contact at all with a ghost. Have you ever had any bad dreams or visions that you were the subject of a ritual or being surrounded by dark figures? If so, what was the dream or dreams about? What were the figures trying to do to you? I don't think I've ever experienced that, but I have had lucid dreams that freaked me out. Lucid dreams basically can be created by demons. What they are is they recreate basically what happens when you're lucid dreaming is you're half awake and you're half asleep. You can realize and hear everything and everything around you. You can know what's going on, but you can't move because your body's asleep but your brain's awake. You can see everything. I had a really bad lucid dream a couple times, and it was basically I felt something crawling onto my bed, and I happened to open my eyes, and this happened a couple of times, and I think that basically what happened, what I saw was something similar to the Grudge or Samara from The Ring. I'm not scared of either of them. I don't know why that would be in my dream or why it would seem like I was scared of it. I didn't necessarily find something. The way that you wake up from these dreams is you basically, when it comes to dreams that are made by demons, they can't recreate the entire room. There's always one thing that is different. So you have to look for something that's different and you'll wake up. But I don't do that because I panic in my dreams, and I know that I'm awake and I know that I'm asleep at the same time. I know that I can see this, and I know that I'm hallucinating. I know it's not real. So I try to force myself awake by shutting my eyes really hard and telling myself to wake up. Because I don't feel like having this thing crawling on me and having me try to look for something around the room that's completely different. And then I had actually another lucid dream. The other night I had it 3 times in one night. I woke up 3 times. It was the same thing over and over again. I'm terrified of spiders. And the entire time, I knew I had my eyes closed, but it was like I can see with my eyes closed. I can see everything around me with my eyes closed, and I saw spiders upon spiders upon spiders. All these creatures crawling all over me. It scared me so much. I wouldn't say that any of these are obviously rituals, or, you know, I'm not surrounded by dark figures, but something tried to hurt me in one of them. A lot of these will be no. I'm sorry about that. Other than feeling sick or nauseous, have you ever experienced any strange feelings in the tummy during any of these encounters? If so, what part of the belly and what did it feel like? I wouldn't say, because I have stomach issues, I get bloated very easily. So, you know, it could be anything if any of that happens. Normally, when I experience something, I normally feel it in my chest. I normally have a very tight chest. It hurts to breathe. Every time I try to breathe, it feels like my rib cage is cracking. I'm short of breath normally. I never get like nauseous. I never get a pain in my stomach. Maybe I have, but I just dismissed it maybe because that's what I would do, because my stomach is really weird. Did you notice any particular health problems at any time during these encounters? If so, what were they? Other than not being able to breathe, when I was going to Penhurst that one time, I don't have anxiety problems normally. From time to time I do have anxiety attacks. Every once in a blue moon. I don't have them all the time. And it's not a problem. But I did notice that my anxiety level I was at the very edge of having an anxiety attack, and the way I was trying to fix it was biting my nails, and I felt it because I was shaking. I guess that would count as a health problem. I never explained, in my last video, I went to some place called the Old Jail. It's in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. I never explained that. If you want to look up the Old Jail in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, I would recommend it because there's a really cool story from it. I can't really explain stories, but I can explain what happened to me. We went down in the dungeon, and I got this really uneasy feeling. I started to get a really bad headache, and my neck started to hurt, and it kind of felt like I was being choked, but not really that crazy. Obviously, it was very I felt like there was pressure on my neck. I also felt like someone was watching me. It wasn't good. And then we went back upstairs, which was where the cell block was, and they have a replica of the gallows that were there. And I sat right in front of the gallows. It just got worse. And I was with my mom, and my mom noticed that I wasn't doing so hot, and she asked me if I was okay, and I was like, how are you? My mom's like, it's kind of hard to breathe right now, and I'm like, yep, same. same. And I was experiencing the same thing where my throat felt tight, my chest was, as I've been saying, hard to breathe. And I had a really bad headache, and I was getting actually pretty dizzy. I don't think anything else happened though after that. I don't think I've ever experienced any certain health problems. I've never gotten sick. I've never been hurt. But I have experienced feelings like I can't breathe, I have a headache, and I think that's it. I'm just gonna go over the alien abduction questions really quickly. I can answer the last question, but I'm not able to answer any of the other ones which actually pertain to actually being abducted. This one does, but I will say, the question, I'll word it differently. The question is, what do you think the purpose of the abduction was for? I think the purpose of abduction is the beings out there want to learn more about humans. They want to see what we know, if we know anything that they don't. So, I hope I answered some of your questions. I know it doesn't seem like I have that much experience, but everywhere I go, I always have this weird feeling that it's haunted. So, everywhere I go that is haunted, I know it is because I feel it. I start acting really weird. It doesn't necessarily mean that the place is haunted. It's just when I go to places that have history, even if I don't know about it, I get really weird. I'm sorry I couldn't really answer them in depth. I don't have that many experiences, but I am interested in this stuff, and I do hope to experience a lot more. If you guys have any requests for me, if you have any questions, have anything that you want me to do a video on, makeup, a cover, leave it down below in the comments, or tweet it to me, or comment on a picture of mine on Instagram. My Twitter is StorytimeBomb, my Instagram is StorytimeBomb, or you can send it to my, send it in my ask and on Tumblr. And my Tumblr is lieutenant-dnuts.tumblr.com. I will have all of those links in the description. And I do want to say it's a lot harder for me to realize that I have a message on YouTube. So if you do send me a message on YouTube, please write in the comments that you messaged me, because, or tweet me that you messaged me on YouTube, because I won't see it unless you tell me. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you would like more videos like this, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, or share other videos with your friends, because this video, I don't know, kind of seemed a little boring to me, because I don't have that many experiences. Comment, like, subscribe. I will love you guys forever. Follow me on all my social media websites. I post videos every Thursday. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. I love you. Bye.